Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. Like you too. Happy Arbor Day, girl. Happy Arbor Day. I'll be right over here if you need me. Look at Tuesday, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Hello, Shoreview. Hello, Stillwater. Hello, Moose Lake. Hello, Duluth. Have a seat and let's get started, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm Jace. Audience, save a little bit of that love for my sidekick sister. Please welcome, and she just sanitized her hands, Kendall, everybody. Good morning.
I should have.
Yeah, well, I do right before I come out because we are still hugging.
Yes.
We probably shouldn't anymore, but I mean, I feel
like we have other problems. Like, we're together a lot.
We're together a lot, yeah. And I do. I sanitize my hands before I come out, so, and you're fine.
I'm fine.
And if I'm gonna, you know what, I don't mind. I don't want to not hug you. I would feel sad. It wouldn't feel right.
Well, so. That and we almost fall over every time we try to do the foot clap thing. It's not coordinated.
I get it. How you doing, though?
Pretty good. I'm tired because I just did to watch The Bachelor.
You watched The Bachelor part 1 of the finale?
Of course. I won't say anything since I know Ted's got his whole recap. But.
Yeah, and we also have Minnesota's Real Bachelor. They're doing The Bachelor as a stage show. One night only. So they're doing an entire season. Thank you, audience. They're doing an entire season of The Bachelor on stage one night. And so we have the Minnesota guy, the Minnesota Bachelor. He's going to be on to tell us, because I don't get it. I'm going to have him, he's got to explain. And then there's going to be a Bachelor off. So it's going to be Ted versus Dude. And then the audience is going to decide by clapping who's the better Bachelor, Ted or Dude. We'll see. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I know. Ted.
Ugly.
Now, we were talking about this back there. I love Ted. Ted is legit one of my favorite human beings.
Right.
He's a little cocky about this. He's a little, I think he's a little overconfident. I saw him in the hallway. He's walking like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Yeah. He's just, and he has no fear. Here's a quote from Ted. I have home field advantage.
Yes.
So he thinks this audience is going to be automatically with him.
Right.
But these are smart people. I think they're going to go for whoever is the best.
There was already one groan at least.
That's right, one groan about Ted. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, it's day 2 of Dexter, my dog. He was attacked by a skunk. And thank you. I appreciate the sympathy. He still smells. I've done every home remedy. I even bought the shampoo from PetSmart.
Yeah.
People are just telling me that it's just going to have to wear off. It does take some time.
But you live in a condo.
I know. Oh. Believe me, we've been opening the windows. I have lit more candles. It smells like my house now smells like skunk, lavender, and poppy seed. You know what I mean? It's like, oh. So, but I look at him. He is so full of shame. He just kind of, because he knows that he's like, I know that I stink. I'm sorry, Daddy. But I was holding him yesterday. I'm not going to let it stop me. But it's just his face that smells a little skunky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I couldn't get the shampoo in his face because the peroxide you can't get in there.
Oh, yeah, in their eyes.
The rest of his body I scrub, but it's bad. Bad.
You said something about tomato soup. Did you try tomato soup?
Well, I heard from a lot of you. This is the good thing about having a talk show is when you have a life problem and you need tips, you talk about it on the show. You know, and then people email you. It's glorious. You should get your own show. It's great. But everyone, and I shouldn't say everyone, a lot of you were emailing me saying a mixture of tomato juice and vinegar. I would rather have the skunk smell, actually. But anyway, so I took some Bloody Mary mix, and I just...
That is not the same.
I'm just joking. Don't email me. It's a joke. I didn't douse my dog with Bloody Mary mix. I'm kidding.
That would be so funny.
But Dexter is actually probably used to that, so it's fine. Yeah, he does live with me. So, but anyway, so thanks for your emails about that. Yeah, we try. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. I did two things at once there. It's a good
Coordination.
day. Yeah, I know. I drank and opened the hot dish. First up, Gayle King opening up about the public outcry over her interview with Lisa Leslie. You guys remember this, following the death of Kobe Bryant. Now, Gayle received all sorts of threats, literal threats, after she asked Lisa about the allegations against Kobe and how Lisa, as a friend, feels about it. Well, here's what she said during Oprah's 2020 Vision Tour in Denver. Look.
Have you moved on?
I have moved on. Is there a scab? Yeah, but I have moved on. I put on my game face and my big girl pants because I never lost sight of who I was, what I believe I am, and my intention. I've never lost sight of that. But it certainly was a learning curve, and it was very painful. But yeah, I think sometimes you have to go through that makes you question things in life.
Yeah, all of this, it got renewed attention because CBS, to publicize, released an out-of-context clip of just that question. The interview had actually been out for a couple days, but then when CBS released just that portion of the, I think, 9-minute interview, people understandably thought that was the only thing about this interview. I will say, if you notice, Gayle said that she's over it, but she still has a scab. I watch CBS. I watch all the morning shows in the commercial breaks during the radio show. I like to make sure, the world isn't exploding. So I flip around to the different channels, and I laugh with our producer, Jeff. Gayle looks mad. She looks, when she comes out of the open and she's standing there, you can tell that she's not as happy as she once was. And I got to tell you, I don't blame her. Because I was shocked. I don't care where you are in the debate, and we can have a reasonable debate about what, when you bring up a subject like that, that's not what we're talking about. What I was the most disappointed in was the lack of colleagues of Gayle standing up for her. It actually kind of shocked me. There weren't a lot of colleagues at CBS News, ABC News, NBC News, Fox, CNN. Journalists weren't sticking up for her in the numbers that I expected. Joe Scarborough, Mika Brzezinski did, Jake Tapper did, a few others, but that was about it. There were crickets from her other colleagues. Got to tell you, I'd be bitter too. Yeah. I'm not using you as an example, but let me turn the tables on me.
Right.
If you were attacked in some way, the Elizabeth Reese thing, if you were attacked in a very public way, and I sat on my fingers, I just sat back and just let it go.
Right.
I would be appalled by my own behavior as your friend and colleague.
Right.
That's kind of what I feel like they did to Gayle. They left her out, they hung her out to dry.
They did. And I like what she said there when she said, I know my own intentions and what my intentions were, and I've never lost sight of that, because that is going to pull you through something like that, That's what you have to do in a crisis. You got to stand tall inside yourself. Right.
Yeah. Next in the dish, the coronavirus is continuing to spread, and it's hitting two iconic American game shows. I'm not making a joke here. Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy will no longer be taped in front of a live studio audience. Now, it's unclear how many shows will eventually become affected by this. It comes a week after Alex Trebek gave an update on his health. As a lot of you know, he's fighting pancreatic cancer, so it makes sense that they would want, with an immune system that's compromised, not to have him around a lot of people.
Right.
And with that condition, along with his age, it would make him particularly susceptible, Elmer fudded it there, to the infection. Mark my word, I don't want this to happen, but I think this is just the start. Until this gets controlled in whatever way it's going to be controlled, they're thinking of moving. I read this morning that Coachella is likely going to be moved, huge music festival, likely moved till October. Boston St. Patrick's Day Parade attracts over 1 million people, scrapped.
Right.
You're going to see more of this.
I know. I saw on Twitter last night there was some report that a priest in D.C. had coronavirus and didn't know, and gave the Sunday sermon and the Sunday blessing to like 500 parishioners, and that kind of stuff it's scary. It's reasonably terrifying for a lot of people. And I mean, so.
And we're not going to sit up here, you people, you're thinking it's the elephant in the room. People are thinking, well, you have an audience. Everything is as is for right now. If anything changes, we'll let you know.
Right.
But we have like I said, we have hand sanitizers before we walk in. We try to keep everybody safe, and we have a smaller audience too. So it's not nothing's changing right now. If it does, like I said, I'll let you know. But it's things. I was wondering about the fair. I was wondering about the Minnesota State Fair.
I didn't even think of that.
I'm sure there are meetings going on, and Disney World. I've been planning a couple trips. Disney World right now is open. My friend Des from KS95's there. But yeah, personally, I'm not afraid to travel domestically. I'm not to that point yet.
Right.
I'm afraid to go to Target to try to find hand sanitizer. That's what I'm afraid of, yeah.
Okay, elbow.
Girl. You can't. And then toilet paper. I mean, seriously.
Right.
I'm going to have to be a colonial person. I'm going to have to, like, find maple leaves or something. Anyway.
I don't know what we're going to do.
And out of all the things, toilet paper, please don't hoard toilet paper.
For the love of all things holy.
Yeah, leave some for us, please.
Please?
Next in the dish, Alex Rodriguez stopped by Fallon last night, and they played a game called Q&A Rod. Get it? But Alex, you'll see. Look at this.
Did you and Jennifer Lopez recently go on a double date with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? If so, who paid?
I signed an NDA.
Oh my God! So that means you did. That's all.
Non-disclosure.
Yeah. All right. I'll take that as you did. Okay. I would make him pay and her pay, whatever, right? Next question: is it true that you and Jennifer Lopez will have a choreographed first dance at your wedding?
NDA. When I get home tonight, I can't talk about the wedding. I want to be able to get home.
Yeah, exactly.
Say something. I mean, it's just a silly game. Would you just, Jimmy, in that position, Jimmy's like, will you say something? I mean,
right. I've got 5 minutes.
We have 5 more minutes to fill, dude. Say something. Anyway, he did admit that he almost played for the Red Sox and that he would be interested in buying the New York Mets should they be put on the market. So
what?
I guess he did. Yeah.
I think that's really, you're going to buy the Mets? You're like a Yankees legend. You're going to buy the Mets? Interesting.
So I guess he did say a couple things, but I mean, the whole NDA, come on, dude.
I know, at least be kind of funny and be like, I played the fifth.
Well, it's Jimmy Fallon. It's not 60 Minutes.
Right?
Come on. It's Fallon.
I signed an NDA.
We're going to take a break, everybody. Go get another bagel and meet me back here in just a few minutes. Back after this.
Spicy is how I would describe the rest of our show. Coming up next.
Bring her home. Bring her home to us.
Major, and I'm talking major drama in part 1 of the Bachelor finale. Someone walks, someone cries, someone returns. Ted breaks it down. Then Minnesota's own Bachelor, Chris Coquette, is taking the hit show to the stage for one night only. That's right, The Bachelor Live. How are they going to do this? You'll find out. And the Skin Sisters are here with the best skincare tips for men and women. Stay right there. We're just getting started.
I'm not someone that just gets caught up in this.
Pushing
you don't get it.
Peter, we're not pushing
I'm just
you.
being real. I'm just being real.
And I'm being
Would you
rather us lead you down the wrong road?
I hear you guys, but you guys also have to trust me as much as I trust you guys. And you guys have not been dating these girls for the last 2 months.
Anne loves you with all of her heart. Don't let her go. Don't let her go. Bring her home. Bring her home to us. That's what love stories are made out of. Someone that is so madly in love with you.
You gotta stop doing this. You gotta stop doing this.
I'm crying.
No, but you gotta stop doing this right now.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm with Peter. I'm with Peter. Bring her home to us? You ain't marrying her? I love you, Mom, but anyway, Peter, at odds with his family over what woman to choose, and his mom reaches the breaking point that we've all been waiting for. We're down to the final 2 in Peter's quest for love. Who will it be, Madison or Hannah Ann Sarah Jessica Parker? We just got some clarity last night on part 1 of the Bachelor finale, and that means, roll it, Leo. It's time for America Loves Ted. Joining us from Bachelor headquarters / our control room is Bachelor Nation President Ted Johnson. Good morning, Mr. President.
Good
That's
morning.
right. Ted, before we get to everything, what do you think of Mom? I'm not in the business of busting on moms, but I kind of am with Peter there.
You know, I don't want to call Peter's mom crazy.
No.
But all season, Peter has really kind of attached himself to these these women who would cry a lot and very dramatic. I see why he's attracted to them. His mom is a little over dramatic, and she needs to calm down because it's not her decision.
No, bring her home to us.
Oh my God.
No. Okay, so Peter's family obviously from that clip loves Hannah Ann.
Yeah, and she was the vanilla choice to me. You know, she's there. You really can't go wrong with her, but I mean, there's really nothing about her. We're looking at Madison now. So what happened was he went with Madison. So basically, family wanted Hannah Ann. He wanted Madison. He goes into this date saying, I'm going Madison.
Okay.
And Madison goes into this date with, I got to break up with him.
Oh!
And so this is her telling him, not going to work.
Okay, but why? What is it about him? Because, you're obviously seeing interviews. What's the hiccup in her giddy up for him?
Well, I think this goes back to, so she's very religious.
Okay.
So I think a lot of that, and he's sort of kind of, 1 foot in the religion door, 1 foot out of the religion door. So that's one thing. 2, she kind of did this ultimatum, don't sleep with anyone in the fantasy suite or else I'm out. Well, he slept with someone in the fantasy suite and told her about it, and so she didn't like it. 2, and then I don't think she's ever going to get past that, and I think that's where that all comes to.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but he is legit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for her.
Head over heels.
Like
head over heels for her. Nothing in the world else makes sense.
Okay, so now Madison is like, peace. Where does that leave Hannah Ann? Because now Madison doesn't want him. Is he going to go back to the woman that we all know he doesn't really capital L love?
Right, and he made it very clear on the show to us, the viewer, that.
Now, why are we looking at kangaroos? Now, what the hell? What's this?
So
now, what's going on?
So this is after he gets dumped by Madison. He goes on his final date with Hannah Ann. And it was awkward, but how do you lighten the mood when you're in Australia? Throw in some kangaroos. So they threw in some kangaroos, and then, this is the Hannah Ann that I fell in love with.
Nothing makes the heart sing like marsupials. Yes, right. That's right, yes.
So he's trying to work, so he got dumped by Madison, and he's still trying to think, okay, well, maybe this will work with Hannah Ann. But if Hannah Ann were to see this, she wouldn't go for this.
Well, no. And she's eventually going to see it on ABC. She just did.
Right. You teased me with the kangaroos. That's what she's going to say.
Yeah. Hello. I wouldn't want to get in that pouch. No, after that. So what does the tease look like for tonight?
There is a twist, though. Madison may not be out the door just yet. Leo, roll it.
So you regret what you did?
Yeah.
Are you in love with Peter?
My heart, till this day, has wanted Peter.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm about to pass out right now.
That was like a knife in my heart.
It's the most intense and emotional ending ever.
It's just like the last thing that I needed to hear. I have like no more strength to give. I'm so sorry.
What happens at the end of Peter's search for love? Find out on The Bachelor.
I had to let that go until the crying.
I can't make fun of Mom. I can't. People will write me, oh, now come on there, Mrs. Peter. Anyway, okay. Well, Ted, I'm gonna TiVo this tonight. A TiVo, what is this, 98? I'm gonna record it tonight because I want to see this.
Who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay, thank you, Ted. Ted Johnson, everybody.
A lot.
And can the ABC promotion people stop using phrases like, this is going to be the most dramatic Bachelor finale? They say that every blanking year.
But it gets better
No,
every
it
year.
doesn't.
Yes, it
It's a flaming dumpster fire of a show.
Anyway.
I
love it.
See, she agrees. Thanks.
I love it.
Anyway, hey, Jason showed correction, or I should say an addendum. Executive producer Jeff let me know. Remember, I was going off about Gayle King and how some of her colleagues didn't stick up for her. To be clear, and I'm glad, her buddies Tony DeCopel and Anthony Mason tweeted support. I want to be clear. So I want they did stick up for her. So, which is good because I love both those guys. I was hoping they'd be, and they are good guys. Next in the dish, 10 years is a long time, but in the world of pop culture, it goes like that, and a lot can happen. A new list from BuzzFeed proves that point. This is a great list. It reveals 28 pop culture moments from March 2010 that you won't believe happened 10 years ago. No, seriously, you'll be like, that was 10 years ago? So let's go back. Let's go back in the Wayback Machine. Let's reminisce. Number 1, Sandra Bullock won her first Oscar 10 years ago for The Blind Side. But only a few months later, her husband, Jesse James, admitted to an affair and they broke up. That was a capital S scandal. Because look, she's like Bambi. You can't be mean to Sandy Bullock.
Right.
I mean, she's like the nicest thing ever.
Right.
And people,
I remember him
do?
sitting in the front row while she was accepting her award and thanking him. And then it was like, oh, that's his girl. He cheated on you with Holy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He's sitting in the front row going, what time is the Red Roof Inn open till?
Yeah.
Next up, they're like, Red Roof Inn? Next up, March 2010, NBC announced Betty White would host Saturday Night Live for the first time. That's 10 years ago. And it turned into one of the most popular episodes of SNL of the year. Remember, that started as a goofy Facebook campaign by one dude. And it just started, it got picked up and got picked up. And then Lorne Michaels finally agreed, and they surrounded her. Remember, they turned it into like a best of SNL women. Tina Fey came back, Amy Poehler came back, Maya Rudolph. It was a great episode. And I watched a documentary about Betty White, and they said that she was the most nervous that she's ever been in her career. And what? Oh, she memorized the entire show. And as she's walking to 30 Rock, she looked at her longtime agent and said, "Don't you ever let me do this again." Okay, sticking with TV, remember this 10 years ago? Jay Leno returned as host of The Tonight Show, replacing Conan O'Brien, who, well, replaced Jay Leno. It was just the latest in the late night wars. I was never more happy than when this was going on because I love late night TV. I've read 8,000 books about it. I loved the drama. I was sad of how shabbily NBC treated Conan O'Brien. He had The Tonight Show for like 6 minutes.
Right.
So it was horrible. Next, this one will shock you. 10 years ago this month, Chris Evans got the role as Captain America. And since then, he's played Captain America in 11 movies.
10 years ago?
Yeah,
Really?
10 years.
Wow.
I know, and still looks phenomenal.
Oh, man, he is beautiful.
He is just, yeah. And finally, it's been 2 years since 2 of the biggest pop stars, 10 years since 2 of the biggest pop stars teamed up together for this song. That's right. That's Lady Gaga and Beyonce singing Telephone. We still don't have a sequel to Telephone yet, like Cell Phone or something. We don't have any. People thought there may be a follow-up, but there never was.
There needs to be like a TikTok video.
That was the height of Gaga. Gaga was on top of the world then. She was wearing meat. She was
coming out of eggs.
She was like Jonathan Winters and Mork and Mindy. She was being driven in on an egg. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful.
Nobody gets that Mork and Mindy reference. That's okay.
I have no idea.
She does not. It's all right. But yeah, Jonathan Winters played Mork from Ork's father, and son, and he was hatched out of an egg.
Your explanation isn't helping.
Still ahead, everybody. We're not done talking about The Bachelor. We're going to introduce you to the local man, that dude right there, who will be the Bachelor up for grabs at a live stage production of the iconic show. And then the Skin Sisters make their debut here on The Jason Show to give us tips and tricks for healthy skin. We'll be right back. Stay with us. The Bachelor live. Welcome back. This is going to be fun. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal, my friends. It's being billed as an entire season of The Bachelor in one night. So what could possibly go wrong? The Bachelor live on stage takes over the State Theater tomorrow night, and it features a local guy looking for, well, his one true love. Please give it up for local Bachelor, Chris Coquette, everybody. Hi, Chris.
Thank you.
How did you get involved in this?
Gosh, I keep asking myself the same thing. On my end, honestly, it all came together at what felt pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Admittedly, and kind of shamefully so, being in this role now, I'm not somebody who really follows The Bachelor all that closely. I mean, obviously, I know of it.
I get it. I don't either. I only follow it for this show. But yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Got it. Well, I mean, but who doesn't know of The Bachelor?
Of The Bachelor,
right?
yeah.
So, funny enough, I actually received a direct message on Instagram from a casting recruiter who kind of wrote me into the process. I didn't know if it was a real thing at first. I thought, why is somebody messaging me about this? But sent that message to some of my friends and showed them that somebody reached out, and it was like, no, this is a real thing. You got to do it. You got to go for it.
Because why wouldn't you think, why wouldn't you think it's spam? I mean, it seems like a scam a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
At first.
Okay, so when you found out that it was true, did you have any trepidations? Because you seem, I mean, you're from Minnesota.
Right.
I've only known you for about 27 seconds, but you seem like a humble guy. You seem very nice. Any trepidations of doing this?
Yeah, and I guess as the process kind of went along and I finally got that announcement or the email saying, you're going to be our guy.
Yeah.
I did reach out to, close friends, family members, getting some feedback. What are your guys' thoughts on this? And it was all positive and supportive. So.
What did your parents say?
My mom was all for it. My dad, honestly, I thought might be a little hesitant, and he's just like, right on, buddy. Yeah, go for it.
Seriously?
Yep. So.
Okay. So I've been saying, I think I get it. Do I get it? Do I understand what's happening? Okay, walk us through the night.
Yeah.
How is this going to work?
So I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah, no.
Right.
What can you say?
So I will say, I mean, kind of how you summed it up at the beginning, it's going to be a condensed season of The Bachelor into a 2-hour live stage show.
Okay.
So I really don't know. I don't know who the girls are. I don't know all the activities that are going to take place, but I do know it's going to be a lot of the get to know you stuff, fun activities on stage. There will be rose ceremonies. They are going to show up in a limousine, entering on the stage. So it's a full production, and it sounds like it's going to be an absolute blast. But
are you nervous?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, naturally, this isn't my day-to-day thing, right? This isn't my gig, but I think it'll be fun. It'll be an awesome experience. So.
Well, Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're from St. Michael, right?
Yes.
St. Michael.
Yep.
What are your hobbies, Chris? What do you like to do? Oh, look, you're very active. Look at what?
Oh, okay.
What the heck are you doing in this photo?
Just hopping around. That picture actually. So I travel a lot for work.
Yeah.
And this past year I spent about 6 months.
Well, I can see you're out of shape. Yeah. Okay, that's great.
Travel a lot for work, and so whenever I can get out to go hiking, anything really outdoors, trying different things, new things is kind of in my wheelhouse, I guess. But.
Well, and you play hockey, right?
Yes. Yep. Grew up playing hockey anyway. Now just whenever I get a chance.
And obviously CrossFit as well. That's right. And have you done any modeling?
Oh gosh, years ago in the past.
You know where I'm going. They don't give these shows to monkeys.
Man.
Let me tell you.
All right. In the past.
I hear a rumor. That you did modeling for an airline one time.
A little bit different.
A little bit different.
I guess another hobby of mine, I do like to take pictures, video. I mean, I'm an amateur at best, but I do like taking photos. I did take a picture that Delta reached out to ask if they could use in an online or in-flight campaign.
Is this one right here?
Yep, they got the photo up there. So that was actually, I was on the flight coming home from Atlanta for work and saw it on the headrest directly in front of me. So they asked to use that picture, and that was a really, really cool, I mean, I guess just kind of a pat on the back for somebody to reach out and use it like that. It was it was fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Now, do you, I know you don't give me the PR answer as Dale stands right over there, but do you have high hopes of actually finding, at the very least, a great date?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, right, yeah.
Yeah. Are you keeping your expectations? Where are they?
Man, it's been all over the grid
Really?
the last week.
And are these all local? Do they have to be Minnesota ladies?
Yeah.
You know that? Can you say that? Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
I guess I haven't dove that deep into it, and I don't have all the details. But I mean, if I'm going to go on a date with somebody, right? I hope they're not from
I hope
Florida.
They're not from Scranton. Or
well,
something.
actually, I wouldn't mind going to Florida. But,
yeah. Okay, stay right there. Now, before we have another thing with Chris that you're going to love, but before that, The Bachelor Live on Stage is tomorrow night at 7:30 at the State Theater. For tickets, go to hennepintheatertrust.org. When we come back, we're playing a little game with Chris with our own Bachelor expert, Ted Johnson. When we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. The Bachelor off. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Dude Show, everybody. That's right. We're back with local Bachelor Chris Coquette, and joining us is our resident Bachelor and Bachelor expert, ladies and gentlemen, producer Ted Johnson, everybody. Okay, now we are going to have, Chris, a Bachelor off. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you general questions. You answer, and the audience is going to decide who gave the better answer, okay? So
come on, guys.
That's right. Now, Ted thinks he has home field advantage, but we'll see.
Sizing up the audience.
Yeah, Ted, don't intimidate the audience, Ted. Don't look over there. Okay, here we go. If a woman says you should split the bill on a first date, how do you react? Chris, you're our guest. I'll let you go first.
Can't happen. I think on a first date you can't let it happen. Try to get creative with it and just take it and yeah.
Ted?
You know, I appreciate if they do a little wrestling for it, but so I can
Ted!
So that I can say, "Oh no, I got this." But
So
I don't let them pay.
But you're going to allow them to reach into the purse before you stop them.
I'll take a mental note of it.
Okay, audience, who had the better answer? Chris?
Okay.
Or Theodore?
I pay.
Wow. Okay. Kendall's keeping score. Chris won, Kendall. That's right. Next one. How long should you date before you meet a woman's friends? Ted, I'll give you, since we started with Chris last time.
Maybe 3 or 4 dates.
3 or 4?
3 or 4 dates. Anytime you bring in new people, then that kind of gets you into the relationship a little bit more. So maybe if you know that you're in it, if you know that you're in it, sure, 3 or 4.
Chris?
Got it. I would say maybe a couple fewer than that. Honestly, maybe it's just my friend group I'm surrounded by, but I guess I like to think I'm pretty close with my friends, and I wouldn't mind, somebody I'm interested in meeting my friends, and I would hope vice versa.
You're confident in your circle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who has the better answer, Ted? Or Chris?
Come on, you gotta give him something.
Oh my God.
Tough crowd.
Yeah.
Hashtag bloodbath. This is real bad. Can I just tell you, Kendall is loving life right now. Loving life. Okay, next question in our Bachelor Off.
I think they're a little biased.
If you had an unexpected day off from work, what would you do? Chris?
Ooh.
An unexpected day. Like the place tells you, Chris, you're a good guy. Take the day off. What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna make myself sound so lame.
That's fine.
But I don't get many days off during the week, and I feel like if I had a day off, I'd try to be a little bit productive with it, get some of those things done around home. That's such a lame answer. But
no, but
that's terrible.
But you're responsible. We like responsible people, Ted.
Maybe I'd go to the museum or plant a garden.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Ted, everybody.
Yes. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Thank you.
Chris.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Okay,
I promise
finally.
I'm more fun than that.
No,
most
it's
days.
fine.
Most days.
Okay, final question. Ted, you get the first crack at this. Name your ultimate romantic date spot. Or romantic dating, or like a nice dating scenario. We'll even broaden it out a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Well. So I can't say Buffalo Wild Wings, right?
No, you can't, Ted.
But maybe some. Maybe we go to dinner, fly someplace on an airplane, and come back and watch a movie. I have no idea.
Okay, Chris. Give me a scenario, like a nice little. Paint a picture for us.
All right, so I would say it probably starts at the State Theater in front of a big crowd of people. Really just kind of get to know each other and
oh my goodness,
take it from there, and
He's a pro, man.
I think it starts.
He's a pro.
I think it starts there.
And let me just say, dude's rarely been on television, and this is how good he is. That's right. Give it up for Chris and producer Ted, everybody.
Thank you.
The Bachelor, live on stages tomorrow night at 7:30 at the State Theater. Like I said, click on that address, hennepintheatertrust.org if you want tickets. Still ahead, the Skin Sisters are here, and they have some skin secrets for both dudes and women when we come back. Back after this. Wow, Ted. Welcome back. Our next guests have a very popular Instagram account all about skin. And they brought their skincare tips, tricks, and secrets with them today. Give it up for the Skin Sisters, everybody. Lauren and Brooke. I'm so happy you guys are here.
We're so happy to be here.
Because every time we do a segment about skincare, we get loaded with questions from Facebook because I think, especially in the winter, especially in Minnesota, people are always looking for a great new tip. But how did you guys get started with this?
So both of us are dermatology physician assistants.
Well, that would work. That's how it, okay, there we go.
And real sisters. So day to day, we practice medical and cosmetic dermatology. We live skincare day in and day out. And then we started the Skin Sisters on Instagram to bring our expert knowledge to anyone who wanted it. It's like having your own sister who has that knowledge, so you can ask any questions. Hey, I'm at Target. What sunscreen should I buy? And that's what we're there for.
Bottom line, the most common mistake you see women and men make in the winter with their skin. Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I know. Using too many things, though. People think that you really need this complex regimen, but in reality, especially in the winter time, it can break down the barrier of your skin and cause inflammation and even acne.
Because people think, oh, I'm going to use this and put this there, and put this and put this. Simplify it.
Exactly.
That leads us to the products. What do we have here?
So over towards Lauren, we have one of our...
Who's going to talk?
Whoever wants to go, I don't care.
We have one of our favorite products because it's a combination product from La Roche-Posay, which sounds fancy, but you can find at any big box store and certainly online. It's an antioxidant, so vitamin C, blocks against free radicals, chemicals in the air, prevents signs of aging, and then it also has an SPF of 50. That is the MVP of your skincare routine. If you're going to do one thing, you're doing a sunscreen. And if you're going to do a sunscreen, make it a dual sunscreen. Make it work for you.
Keep it easy.
I'll be is that good for both men and women?
100%. This is something that our husbands will actually use. It's lightweight, it's non-scented, it rubs into facial hair, easy to use, non-greasy, super simple.
Okay, next one.
So the next product here is from Revision Skincare. It's called DEJI. Also great. Everything we have here is great for men and women. It's interesting. Men and women are using the same products now. It's more about the individual skin types than gender, actually.
Okay.
This product in particular, though, is super lightweight, which historically men love. You don't want to feel like you have something on your skin. It has peptides and antioxidants to build up that delicate skin around the eyes.
Okay, so I was just going to ask, because as I get older, the thing that I notice, it drives me the under eye area.
Yes.
So this is a good thing for it.
Brightens, smoothens. It's a great product.
Yeah.
There
we go. Next.
So face masks. This is a really great way to look good now. Face masks that have these great serums that plump up the skin, hydrate, smooth. It's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's 2 minutes if you have 2 minutes. It's a wonderful way, Chris the Bachelor, tomorrow night, maybe he's going to throw on a face mask before he meets all of his ladies.
He don't need no face mask.
No, he really does not.
But the face masks, men, women,
He looks like that
them.
when he wakes up. Let's be clear.
We should all be so lucky,
Yeah.
but it's a great way to look good now.
Do those, on that topic, what are they called? And I know the audience knows what I'm talking about. You see the stars always wearing those little gels under their eyes.
Yes.
Do those actually work?
They do.
Temporarily.
I was wearing one this morning. I couldn't sleep last night, and so I did a story, and it's on our Instagram page. We had these depuffing eye gels, and so they're instantly soothing. They instantly depuff. They're not going to give you a long-term benefit, but for today, it was perfect.
Okay, perfect. Next.
So this is from Paula's Choice. It's a BHA exfoliating lotion. It's so easy. So if you're a man and you're just getting into skincare, or you're a female, it's simple. It doesn't take too long. Put it on a cotton ball, wipe it across your face, and it helps to get rid of everything that's clogging you up. One of the most common questions we get on Instagram is, how can I make my pores smaller? The truth is, you really can't, but you can make them look smaller.
You can give the illusion that they are.
Exactly, by cleaning them out, and this is a great, easy product to do that.
And then finally.
Cerave Pm Lotion. This has been a standby for both Lauren and my skincare routine for at least a decade. This is a hydrating moisturizer with 3 active ingredients. One is niacinamide, which is soothing, ceramides, and hyaluronic acid, which are super hydrating. This is lightweight. It certainly can be used AM and PM. You just want to make sure that you add some sunscreen in the morning because it doesn't have that. Easy to use, lightweight, certainly doesn't have a greasy residue and does not feel heavy.
Before we go, is there any essential difference? Because like if I go to Kiehl's or I go to wherever, there's a men's section and there's a women's section. Is there a substantial difference between like a men's facial lotion and other than the fragrance? Really?
We really feel that a lot of that is marketing.
Yeah.
It's what scents do men like, what textures, what feel, what packaging. But the truth is, it's about the individual skin type and the needs of the skin.
We want like an axe on the packaging.
Exactly.
Like a
Make it
tree or
black.
something. That's
Exactly.
right. Give it up for the Skin Sisters, everybody. Lauren Brooks. Right there. Follow them on Instagram. It's a great account. Just search for the Skin Sisters and then go to skinsisters.com. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. This is great. You're welcome. Welcome back to the show. Hey, you can stay connected with us on social media. I'm funning it today. I don't know why. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All you have to do is search for Jason Show TV. Hit that subscribe button, especially if you go to our YouTube page as well. You can set up alerts to let you know when a new download of our show is available. Speaking of social media, I've already started Insta-stalking Chris. That's right. It's great. Yeah.
He did it.
I can't find him, though. I got to find him on Instagram. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. The new hobby. Welcome back to the show. Wrapping things up on this Tuesday. You have something to tell the audience.
Yes, I
made
do.
that sound way more dramatic
I know.
than it was. Yeah.
Very dramatic.
Yeah.
I'll be gone tomorrow and then sort of on and off randomly over the next few months. A family member of mine is having a really major surgery tomorrow. So I don't have a lot of information to give just because it's, my family member's privacy there.
Yeah.
But if you are someone who prays or just does hopeful, wishful things and wants to send good vibes out into the universe for my family, I'd really appreciate it because tomorrow's a pretty big day and we're really nervous, but
You're accepting blessings.
Yes,
that's right. You're accepting
love.
Yes.
That you're willing to give. So.
Well, I'm sending all of it to you and and your family. Yeah. So Kendall will be gone for a couple days. Let me make you laugh here and say,
what?
I'll tell you how I really feel about guests of like celebrities. I was really ready to hate Chris because you know what I mean.
You're like,
because he's too good looking. It's really easy to like just. He was the off air, on air. Thoroughly enjoyed him. Like he is a really. I'm not really joking.
No.
I was ready to be like really,
hi.
a good looking. Like he was so nice.
So honest and just like I don't know how I'm here right now.
Down to earth. And again, I'm going to follow him on Instagram as soon as the show's over. Tomorrow on The Jason Show, we're celebrating National Ranch Dressing Day by finding out how much it's real. Seriously, how much Minnesotans really love their ranch. Plus, Dr. Eric Rulin is back with answering your pet health questions. That's going to do it for us. Go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Blessings to Kendall and her family.